Hello, hello. Happy Monday, everyone. How are you today? If you're new, my name is Linda Anderson. I own Aqueous Silk, LLC, and I'm a water marbling artist and a general crafter. I like to do all the things. So say hi when you pop on. Let's see. Let's see if my iPad will operate properly tonight. Okay. I found the live. So I had the day off today and I've been super busy and I just sat down for almost an hour. The one thing I forgot to do today, hi Pat, is charge my microphone. It's plugged in, it has been for an hour, but it's still red, so I'll go in and check it here in a bit. I have the phone turned up all the way, so hopefully, unless I'm walking away, you can hear me. Oh, thank you, Pat. How are you doing today? It's been a wonderful Monday. I've been busy. I had to go to the bank first thing. There was fraud on my account. Somebody got my business account number. And so I had to go in and spend about, I don't know, 45 minutes there. And then go to the grocery store, do that kind of thing. So we're going to have some fun tonight. On Saturday at my market, I knocked into the display and broke one of my wine glasses. So we're going to do wine glasses tonight. And then I'm going to do more paper experimenting also. Oh, good. I'm happy to hear that, Pat. It was just generally a great Monday. You know, I was running around all day and the day still went fast, unlike a day at the office. So I'm thankful for that. So I'm going to go ahead and point you down to the tank and then I will decide on colors. One would think that I would have already selected that, but I didn't even think about it until just now. So let me turn you down so you can see the tank. All right, so I want to do, oh, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking I want to, oh, look at there, the iPad's frozen already. Can you bear with me 1 minute while I run in the house? I want to do red, white, and blue, and I believe my good red paint is in there. So 1 second, I'll be quick. Okay, I'm back. I am back. Sorry I had to step away. Okay, so we are going to use let me see. I'm going to use what I think is my better red. I could be wrong. Maybe I should use the one in the other kit, or the other brand. Now if I can find my blue, here's my blue. Okay, I am still gonna do my red first. It doesn't drip in this bottle very well. Whoa, did you see that? It squirted right out onto the table. I've started off by making a mess. I did a paint pour this afternoon And it turned out to be an absolute gigantic mess. It did not work for me. So I got that cleaned up, and my hands still have black paint under my nails. Oh, I have a good nail brush in the bathtub to use after water marbling. So I'll get that cleaned up tomorrow. But I had a mess going on, an absolute disaster. I ended up throwing the whole thing away. I tried to scrape that canvas, and I'd scraped it before, and I think the black that I was using was just not a good black. It seemed to want to dry before all the paint even was on the canvas. I don't know, something was not right. But as with anything, learning a new skill is challenging. Takes a minute. See if I can get some little drips of this. All right. So let me now add a little bit more blue back in. Okay, so I want the first ones I want to comb. It is so fun to experiment with paint pouring, but I'm just not very skilled yet. And it feels much more comforting to come back to what I know. All right. Okay, let me grab the comb. I was looking at some directions on making a new form of comb today. Did I get out and try it? No, because I don't have the supplies. But it's on my list of things to do, still. Okay, so let's swirl through this. All right. Whew, I just about dropped it. So here they are, taped off. So we'll see when they dry whether I like it or I want to try the other paint. It looks pretty good. So I don't rinse that. I just set them on floral frogs to dry. Now, let's clean this up. help if I get the trash can right under where I am. See that? Do you see how that left a strip over here, and now all of that paint is trying to fill the surface? That's what it does. When I took those glasses and I pulled them out, the paint does exactly this. It tries to fill the void. And as it expands, it gets thinner and thinner, and the colors are very much less intense. So that's why you don't see me save or ghost marble. And it's easier to get out when your whole surface is covered at once. Otherwise, you're chasing it across the tank. And just so you are aware, I am considering doing a live workshop on water marbling. So if you are interested, please tell me so in the comments, and I will add you to my list. It's not put together yet, so it'll be a while, but I keep thinking about it and I put it on the back burner, but this time I thought I'd put it out there and see what the response is. Okay, so now I want to right here. No, not that one. I just had the white. Oh, it's right here. Would have bit me if it was a snake. And then here it is. That one and this one. Okay. So now I'm experimenting. So I want a little bit of white, a little bit of a soft yellow, and I see red. I can see it right around the outlines of where there's no paint. See this little stripe right there? That's red that was still on the surface. I think there's just a tiny bit more right here. Okay. All right, so now we're going to freestyle this. Oh, and I need my tools, which are in the house. Hold, please. back, But I may as well check to see if my microphone is charged. Hold on, jiggle, jiggle. Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Hopefully you can hear well with my microphone better than before. All right, so I see little bits of dried paint fall out of the tip of the paint bottles. I just saw a chunk of it in there. So first we need a little bit of this. Let's use a little bit of this. I have to keep in mind now the size of my paper. I always tend to make things a little bit too large. Okay, so now let's do one more. I have a really cool idea for a snowflake design. It came to me this weekend and I can't wait to give it a try. Okay, there's that. Okay, there's that part of it. See if I can get this open without dumping the whole bottle in the tank. No worry, but it's lower. Oh, that's weird. Let me put it closer to my face. Is that better? That's odd. Okay. Okay, so I think I want this one. Let's see, I think I want just a touch of this. Changing my mind. Tracy, how you feeling? I've been thinking about you all week. Boy, I'm glad I just used a teeny bit of that. Okay, good. Okay, now I want the other one. Why can I never? Oh, no. Can never get these sides equal. But we're going to go with that. All right, let me put the lids on these paints so I don't dump them over, because I am just that clumsy. Okay, I'm going to move the rinse bucket over here, and I'm going to look to see. Ooh. No, you really can't tell. But I'll see if I can get that in the shot a little bit. Okay, this is just a little canvas. It's narrow, and we're going to see how this works. So I got it on there. What do you think? It worked very well. Oh, it took it so beautifully. So now I'm going to rinse it just in regular water. I just scoop some up. And I just gently drizzle it over the top. So there it is. So I need to work on both. Oh, I just had another thought. So I need to work on the, the placement, obviously. I need to work on my tulip and my leaves, but I don't think that one turned out too bad. Maybe a little bit elementary looking, but that one was fun. I'm excited. All right, let me move the rinse bucket. Get this cleaned up. So since we're doing some experiments tonight, we're going to go ahead and try the butterfly again, if I can remember how to do it. I have not watched the video in a while. Okay, I am going to turn the tank this direction because for the placement of the butterfly, it feels better to me to be approaching it this way. Sorry, I needed a little bit of water. All right, so anybody have comments on what colors I want to use? I think I want to use yellow and pink and black. So let me find them. Here's my black. Got yellow and pink over there. So I should be good to go. Get a paper towel. Got bubbles. What I'm very pleased about on that little canvas, because you know, with cloth and paper, you try to make a U shape out of it and then flatten it out. And I don't see anywhere on there that I captured a bubble. And that's what I was most worried about. And I don't see any hesitation lines. Whoops. Let me take this off of here. I don't like that already. I'm going to shake this up. We're going to try this. I have another idea, but we're going to go ahead and try it anyway. Okay, now let's see what we can do. When I'm trying things like this, I forget to talk. So if I'm silent, I apologize. Holy cow, that's getting way too big. Push back in. All right, so we are going to start over yet again. And we're going to put a background in here. That will help hold the colors in position so they don't expand quite as far. I have an idea for the surface so I don't have to use a background color, but I don't have it prepared for tonight. Okay. So we will use a nice, very soft blue. Use this one. And white for the background. So let me put in a little bit of blue. Now a little bit of white. And then I will just freestyle this. Now I know it looks a little pinkish, at least in person it does, but that's just because there's a lot of pink in the water. I did a lot of pink this weekend. Okay, so let's start again. See how that held that much tighter? You can actually see the pink, I mean the black. Whew, just about spilled. All right, let me close up the pink and the yellow. Okay, I want one more bit of black in the center. Oops, I wanted to use a bigger one to do that. Okay. I think I've done something wrong here. There we go. Okay, oops. So now I need to put in his body. Let's start again. I love the way I can just erase it and start over. Okay, so now I'll do a little bit more blue. A little bit more white. I hadn't thought about doing the butterfly again, or I would have prepared myself appropriately. But just looking at the paper, it seems like the perfect thing to do. Just moving this around. Just the background. Much like the yellow was on the tulip. They get the lids back off of the pink and the yellow. I need my big one. Now when I put the extra blue and white in there, it's pushing against this black a lot harder than when I just had a little bit in there. Okay, so this is the pink. Now the yellow. And we want black again. And then one more yellow and one more pink and one more black. Did anyone do anything fun over the weekend? And I know butterflies are not pink and yellow, but mine is. That's the fun. I can make it any color I want. Okay. Put the lids on yet again. And now we're to black again. Do I have the right one? I do. Okay, now we have to put the body in. It almost looks like I've got it upside down, doesn't it? That looks like his head now. Okay, we'll go with that. Now I need to put on his antennae. Well, that didn't work. Hold the horse. Hold on here. Hold the phone. Where's the other one? This is the one I want. Okay, let's try this again. It's not the right one. Well, his head looks a little funky. Get the. It all went really well until I tried the antennae. Antennae. Okay, we're going to put it in like this. Let's see, maybe I want to. See how I just roll that out? Move the rinse bucket. Now I'm also experimenting with this paper. I have prepared it like I've done everything recently, and it's worked. So we'll see if this does. Oh, I'm so happy you were able to relax, Tracy. So there it is. Before I rinse it. So let me rinse. This paper has a little bit of a yellow sheen to it. So the black is really wanting to run. So I need to work with that black a little bit. It's been giving me fits. You can kind of tell how it's a little bit, it looks like it's running. So I'll rinse it once more before I set it over to dry. But the background marbled great. The colors marbled nicely. It's just the intensity of the black. It's just so heavily pigmented. So let me grab this piece and put it over to dry with the other one. Now that one looks better now with a second rinse. The black is kind of coming off in some places. Okay, let's move this aside. Well, that butterfly definitely turned out better than the one on the hat. Now let's turn this back around. And I will get it cleaned up. Oh, the flies out here are driving me crazy. We had so many flies at market on Saturday. Oh, we battled with them all day. All right. So, what color should I do on the second set of wine glasses? Any suggestions? Thank you, Pat. I appreciate it. Thanks, Tracy. Any suggestions for the colors? I have to look up at the phone because I can't see on the iPad. It's all frozen. Shall we do like a fall theme? That might be fun. I feel like I need something bright in here. Let's see. Let's look at this. Whoops. Knocking things over with this. Oh. Okay. All right. This is what I think. Oh, good. This is what I'm kind of thinking I'll go with. I'm not 100% sold on the yellow and the orange. So it's green and a little burnt umber, an off-white, the yellow, and an orange. Does that look good? And I'll probably just put a littlest bit of yellow and orange in. Just, it needed something to brighten it up a little bit, in my opinion. So here we go. If we don't like it, I can always wash it off. Woo. Plenty. And I'm putting these in first because they will get pushed. Oh, it's very hot out here. Okay, I'm going to let that fully expand before I put the next color in. Oh, my hands are very colorful. Now they have green and pink on them. A couple more, one more center. If I don't let those dissipate, it will definitely run from that area. That's where the paint is heavily concentrated. All right, finally. Oh, and now look at, this is the one that doesn't want to float. All right, let's find an alternative. Choose this one. Just added a touch more green. And we'll go ahead and freestyle these. Bubble. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. As I've said before, you need to keep in mind the size of the piece that you're marbling. So I do want fine lines, no great big blocks of color, because the surface of the stems of the wine glass are very small. So if I just had big groups of color, it would just be a blob of color. There would be no lines or... All right, let me get them. Those turned out very nice. I really like the way those turned out. I was looking at the ones that I did first, the red, white, and blue ones, and I may wash those off and then do it again with the other paint line next week. I'm not completely loving the way the other ones look. I'll see how they are in the morning. It is easier to, it'll rinse right off if I were to put them in water now. But I'll just have to scrub just a tiny bit. Oh, my little butterfly looks almost like a butterfly. I'm so proud. You can see that green is going to be a pain to get out of here. You know what I forgot to bring is a towel. Well, we'll use the paper towels. Okay, surface looks good. So for this next one, let's start with the one that wouldn't float, and it's floating now just fine. Of course. I had some young girls making hats and fans this weekend, and it was so fun to watch them. Bubble. All right. Oh, yep, this. I'm trying to get the right one here, so I know what I want. Okay. Okay, let's do the next one. When you're working on the flowers, you always go opposite sides. If you want, you can, we'll do it on this one. Bring the petals of the flower to a point. Okay, I'm going to leave this one rounded, and then I'll bring that one to a point. All right, this is another test piece of paper. Okay. Hey, look, I even did it right. And this is another one, and this one's a little bigger, and the flower is a little bigger. We get the board. Not bad. Last time I tried these papers, they did not work. So let me rinse them. Not the best background to use. I just was anxious to see if that that color would float since it didn't the first time. So I just brought the bucket over here. I'm going to tip it a little bit and then rinse right over the top of them. Okay, if you can see on this bigger one right there, there was a bubble. Other than that, it looks really good. The papers work fine, and I'm so excited. My thought was this kind of looks like fall background and then a pretty yellow flower with an orange center. But we'll see how it dries. It's just a test. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Tracy. So they work. It works. These are papers I've had sitting around because they didn't work. I'm so excited. And this is the perfect size to go like on a card or something. So let me put this aside somewhere. Let me figure it out. Just have to make room. I have one more sheet of paper to do. Oh, this makes me very excited. Very excited. Hi, Shelly. No worries. We've been doing some experimenting tonight, and for the most part, it's working. I'll do the recap after I finish this last piece of paper. Okay, let me dry my hands. And I want to use this and this. We are going to have, let's see, where's my white? Okay, this is going to be a bright one. That my designs are not perfect tonight, but for the most part, the experiments have worked. We are going for a nice bright teal background. Oh, I don't want that one. Let's use this one. Use these two. I'm having fun tonight doing these pieces. I've got to get better at this. Let's see, how big's my paper? Okay. Now when I'm using these tools, I always wipe the tip off before I put it back in. Because I do not want it to grab any of the color that's on the surface and put it in the water. Flies are terrible. Okay, let me get the lids back on these. Oh, I know what I forgot to do last time. Takes me a while to get all this put back together here. We'll see if I can do any better than I did last time. Again, I've got the oh, I don't like that. Okay, it's just an experiment. I promise to watch some more videos before I try this again. All right, here we go. So, if it turns out right, it'll be nice and bright. Oh, bubble, 2 bubbles. But the paper worked. The paper worked. Last time it did not, and it looks marvelous. The artwork is suspect, but the paper marbled. I tried so hard not to get the bubbles. I need to keep rolling. I can't just let it fall. So let me get the rinse bucket over here. Let me rinse it off and then I'll show you again. Thank you, Tracy. I like these colors too. I know that's a shock to no one. This is a pretty big piece of paper and I'm getting water all over so there it is, all rinsed off. Oh, all right, let me move the rinse bucket. Okay, let me bring you up. Hello, hello, let's go for a ride. All right, let me turn this one around. We'll start here. I know you just saw it, but we'll start here. So there it is, bubbles and all. I could do some sponging around there and make it look like a cloud, couldn't I? A cloud in the sky. All right, let me move all the colors over. Sorry, I don't want to make everybody seasick. I'll try to stand still, hold the phone still as I move paints over. And I'll just bring the entire tray, sorry, I needed a drink, over here so we have better lighting. Here's the tray where all the papers are. All right, this was the first one. This is one of those little flat canvases. Let me turn the light. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I don't know if that helped or not, but that's a flat canvas. It marbled wonderfully. I didn't even get a bubble in that one. I don't know how. Here is the butterfly. Almost looks like a butterfly. Now this one, I had the black that ran a little bit, but the paper itself marbled quite well. And then here are the flowers. And the little spots you see right here, that is just the paper sticking to it's, drying in places. And then here's the one with just the rounded edges. So let's walk over and see the wine glasses. So these are the fall two. And they turned out so nice. And then that back there, that is one of the red, white, and blue. Can you see how the white is all textured? I don't know if I like that. We'll see when it dries. And there's the second one. So the back two may get washed off, but there are the wine glasses. So I did, as I mentioned, I did break one of the ones that I had already in inventory. I had a pair that were red and green, but of all of my reds and all of my greens, I know I would never be able to get the right match for it. So I am just leaving it a single since I broke the other one, and then we'll add to the inventory. So that's all I have for you tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I had a great time, and I hope you all have just a fabulous week. Take care of yourselves. Tracy, I hope your appointment goes well. Let's see, it's not till next week, so hopefully I'll see you again before that appointment. And just take take it easy this week on yourself. Have a wonderful week. Love you all. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.